Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. There always seems to be a lot of talk about catch cans. I'm putting a catch can, oh no, don't catch can, don't catch can, whatever catch can, right? Catch can will reduce the oil in the PCV system, which is already a bare minimum. If there was a lot of oil in your intake, your engine would use a lot of oil between oil changes. Now, on the 1KDs, that's what I work on, hundreds of thousands of Ks, they still don't use oil. So the amount of oil going through the intake in a 10,000 kilometre period, which is a very long time, would be no more than maybe 100 mil, because the oil level's not dropping, even on engines that have done hundreds of thousands. Now, this is a 1KD top mount intercooler. Pull them off all the time, so I'm just going to show you, right? Just show you what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, that bit of oil that does go through, it does accumulate at the joints, so when you pull it off, you'll get a bit of oil sitting around the outside of this joint here, or the other side here, around there. You will get a bit of oil sitting around there, but as far as for any coating on the inside goes, there's no coating. Can you see how clean that is? I mean, there'll be a very light amount, enough to give it a gloss. There's a bit of a gloss look on the, I can run my finger over that, and there's not much oil on it. It's like you'd get more oil eating a packet of Smith's chips. Well, eating 5 chips, I reckon you'd have more oil on your finger than what you'd get running your finger inside there, So it doesn't get dirty in there. It's just oil. It's not a problem. It's very light. We're talking about a very small amount of oil. A lot of air goes through there. You can just see that slight wetness, just enough to give it a gloss. That's not enough oil to make any measurable amount of loss in an intercooler efficiency. It's working fine, don't worry. So it's up to you if you want to put a catch can in. I don't recommend them. You don't need them. You don't need a catch can. The problem in the intake where it clags up with all diesel vehicles is soot. That is the soot from the EGR, exhaust gas recirculation system. So let's have another look in this side. So that's on it. So you can see it's shiny enough to give it a bit of a gloss, But if you look at that flat section straight ahead, right in the middle of the picture, it's not like dripping with oil. It's not covered in oil. It'd be so light, it's not even worth talking about. So when people are saying, the things, soaked in oil, it's not soaked in oil. If it was soaked in oil, maybe it would make a difference, but you'd have to be pouring litres of oil through there for it to be soaked because of the amount of air. Think about the engine's running, and when you're revving it, how much air is going through there, right? And then think about the 10,000 kilometre interval where your engine's not using any oil. So how could it be full of oil? Anyway, there you go. That's the information. That's what we see, the way we see it on 1KD stuff. And you don't need a catch can. All right, have a nice day. See you guys.